basically KF1 is a corporate karting event. So we are actually open to all corporate companies who actually have interest in like motorsports, and it's actually a platform for them to be exposed to racing.
This is our second year. We started this because we want to have corporate racing. We want to build team building and how they work together. That is the essence of the race. So everybody have to be, the teamwork is very, very important.
So you have to depend on the team to keep the kart, in a good condition, in a racing condition, to complete the race.
Which is quite different from typical motorsports where it's a one-man show, so to speak.
The team thing is what really keeps it going. This is an endurance race. It's, you got to finish.
I think that's a really good formula. I've been in racing for many years and know the style of racing from different types, from Formula One to Le Mans to NASCAR. And so it still has that feel. One person's not going to take the gold or take all the credit. It's a team event.
And prior to our actual race, we have about 4 weekends of practice. So that's when the karters can actually come down and get used to the kart as well as the circuit.
It's hard to put it into words, but I tell you, the adrenaline when you get out there and the thrill, it's the thrill of competition, but the speed.
Before we joined KF1, we have not karted before. It actually brought a new life into us, a new sports, and we are all very excited about these sports.
Our team was very young. We formed it about 1.5 months, practiced for 3 sessions, and then we just went for the race.
We have got a larger entry list this year, so we compete against more teams, and we also compete against our old rivals who are getting experience as well. So everything just feels that it's up a notch this year.
The reason why we started this is because we are given the opportunity or the rights to drive on the F1 track with the blessing of Singapore GP.
To be the drivers to be able to drive under the F1 lighting at the F1 track. Yeah, I think this is awesome.
In terms of the track layout, everything is just top notch. You kind of feel that you have a chance to live the life of a F1 driver, although in a very small way, but still a very rare and valuable experience for most people.
Having the opportunity to race on the F1 track with a go-kart was really great. I really enjoy it.
The fact that you can drive a professional kart on the Singapore F1 track under the lights, it's hard to beat that experience anywhere in the world.
For this year, we have the community team, which we have the sports team, which is the Team Singapore. Team Singapore is always about athletics, from the same faculty. Whereas my Team Singapore, which is sponsored by Auto Inc., is different. It's by table tennis, badminton, athletic, and a professional karter. So I believe that's the first of its kind, and this is what we are working for.
The feeling is really different from what I normally do, and takes a lot of concentration out of me, and the speed-wise is also really fast.
我觉得很大的不同吧，因为是2个很不一样的体育运动，一个是速度上面的较量，和一个是在场上用球拍和球是很不一样的一个体验。
They had very little training, and despite the little training, I think they came in 12th position of 15 team. That is, by their standard, is no good, but actually by new karters, is actually very good.
On the track, it was actually really fun, exciting, and everyone was actually very friendly on the day itself. So it isn't really like on the athletics where everyone is just focused on their own race and lane.
During the training, it's very friendly. In fact, teams will guide each other. It helped us broaden our network, and we got to know more people from all walks of life.
Oh well, we get to meet people from different industry, and throughout the session, throughout the practice, we did talk and exchange ideas. So that's how we get to know each other.
In between the races, I thought that was a moment that is very important as well, because we get to catch up with other teams.
Everybody smiles when you show up, and it's familiar faces, and we see some new faces coming in all the time.
I think it's got a lot of exposure, and it's got quite a good mileage in terms of to create this motorsports scene in Singapore.
I think it's something that everybody can participate in. It is a sport that kids from under 12 years old start learning how to kart, up to 15, 20, depending on which category you want to race in. And so from cadets Seniors, masters, veterans, everyone can take part.
I would say right from the start of the practice all the way to the end of the race, it makes me want to dream, sleep, eat, go karting.
Once you get involved, I think it's hard to get out of the sport. Yeah, so this will only make the sport grow.
如果有这个机会，我一定会再参加。
It's really a great excuse to get out and ride and race, and I really enjoy it.
You know, our team's going into serious training, and we're definitely back. We're going to be contending for the title next year. You know, we have some secret weapons next year, some secret training we're not telling anyone about.
KF1 stands out because it's actually a very friendly environment such that people don't just come here to kart and to compete each other, they're also there to have fun.
You can see all the different kind of happiness. Hey, we came in third finally, we're on the podium, you know. That's the kind of happiness that we want to see.